Now that the Samsung Galaxy Z Fold7 is out, we all can't believe how thin it's become. But aside from being thinner, it's also a lot more capable. The cover screen is also bigger. This means you don't have to open the main display that often anymore. Best of all, there's a new 200 megapixel main camera. But if you're currently using the Galaxy Z Fold6, is it worth it to upgrade to the slimmer Z Fold7? While there's a lot of new stuff, the Z Fold7 is a lot more expensive too. Well, fortunately, we have both of these phones. So if you're curious whether or not it's worth the upgrade, I suggest you stay tuned to find out as we compare the new Samsung Galaxy Z Fold7 to the older Galaxy Z Fold6. Let's kick things off with the design. In terms of styling, both the Galaxy Z Fold7 and the Galaxy Z Fold6 look almost identical. I mean, this is the signature Samsung design language after all. Both phones retain the familiar foldable form factor, flat corners, and the vertical layout for the triple rear camera system. In fact, the only styling difference would be the camera island and slightly redesigned camera lenses. But of course, the biggest or thinnest difference would be the thickness of the phones. The Galaxy Z Fold7 is thinner and lighter than the Z Fold6, shaving off a few grams and of course, a lot of millimeters in terms of the thickness. As a result, this makes it a lot more comfortable to hold both folded and unfolded. However, you'll feel it the most when it's folded. It's no longer bulky in your pants and it's easier to use with one hand. Like the Z Fold6, the Z Fold7 still uses an aluminum frame with Gorilla Glass Victus 2 on the cover and back glass to keep the phone well protected. Together with the thinner body, the hinge has also been upgraded by Samsung to make it a lot sturdier. Because of this, the Z Fold7 is a bit harder to open. That being said, the Galaxy Z Fold 6 still feels solid and premium even to this day. It features, again, an aluminum frame and Gorilla Glass Victus 2 on the outside. Now, as for other protection, Samsung retained the same IP48 dust and water resistance for both of these devices. Overall, both models maintain Samsung's signature flagship build quality and design, which is to be expected. But the slim design of the Z Fold 7 is definitely a big improvement for everyday use. Moving on to the display. Both the Fold 7 and Fold 6 have two screens, a cover screen and a larger main display. On the Fold 7, the cover screen now measures 6.5 inches, while the main display measures 8 inches. In comparison, the Fold 6 features a 6.3-inch cover screen and a 7.6-inch main display. Despite the size increase, the displays are the same. They use a dynamic AMOLED 2X panel. Both displays also have the same 120Hz refresh rate, HDR10+ support with ultra-vivid colors, giving users a very great viewing experience whether folded or unfolded. Both phones also have the same peak brightness of 2600 nits for the main display and also the cover display. However, the small size increase on the Fold 7's cover screen makes a big difference in terms of everyday usability. It no longer feels cramped to type on the cover display, and the same goes for browsing the net. You can definitely do a lot more without having to open the main display. As for the main display, the larger screen of the Fold 7 is a huge benefit for everyone. But what really sets it apart from the Fold 6 is the crease, or lack thereof. You can barely see the crease anymore on the Fold 7. In fact, you need to be actively looking for it just so you can see it. That's a big difference from the Fold 6, where the crease is still very much visible all throughout. In terms of audio, both models offer stereo speakers with Dolby Atmos, but here's the interesting bit. The speakers of the Fold 7 are not as great as I expected it to be. It's still loud, but the soundstage and overall quality isn't as great as compared to the speakers of the Fold 6. For reference, the speakers on the Fold 6 produce more depth, giving us a better listening experience. We suspect this has something to do with how thin Samsung made the Fold 7, meaning they may have replaced the speakers. So for display and multimedia, the Galaxy Z Fold 7's new, larger displays are amazing to have, but do note there will be a drop in quality for the speakers as compared to the Fold 6. Just like the Galaxy Z Folds that came before, the Z Fold 7 and the Fold 6 feature a triple rear camera setup. On the Fold 6, you have a 50 megapixel main sensor, a 12 megapixel ultra-wide, and a 10 megapixel telephoto. On the Fold 7, the ultra-wide and telephoto are carried over. However, it gets a new 200 megapixel main shooter, also found on the S25 Ultra. As a result, the photos captured by the Fold 7 now look a lot better than before. Although not as obvious in the day or in well-lit environments, the difference in quality is much more evident in low light or night photos. There's also better bokeh on the Fold 7 too without having to use portrait mode. In addition, the photos captured by the Fold 7 are slightly sharper and have better dynamic range as compared to the Fold 6. Now do note that this is for the main camera alone at 1x or 2x zoom. When you're using the ultra-wide or the telephoto, the quality are similar, which is what we expected because they're the same lenses. As for video recording, the quality remains the same for both the Fold 6 and Fold 7, supporting up to 8K at 30 FPS max and up to 4K at 60 FPS with ultra steady turned on. Similar to the photos, the videos captured on the Fold 7 look sharper and there's a lot less grain at night. But when you're using the ultra-wide or telephoto, they're very much the same. If you're not too picky when it comes to photos, the cameras on the Fold 6 are still decent. However, the cameras of the Fold 7 are definitely a lot more capable for photos and videos. Now let's talk about performance. The Galaxy Z Fold 7 is powered by the new Snapdragon 8 Elite for Galaxy, while the Z Fold 6 runs on Snapdragon 8 Gen 3. Both of these chips are very capable and powerful, and as expected, the Fold 7 is a lot more powerful as evidenced by the benchmark scores. 1.85 million versus 1.65 million on Antutu on the Fold 6. It's a similar story when you check out the rest of the benchmarks, but in real world use though, the difference between the two isn't that obvious. When playing games, both phones can run graphic-intensive titles like Genshin on max settings without issues. No lags, no frame rate drops whatsoever. The same can be said for doing productivity tasks. Both phones can handle everything you throw at it, including running multiple apps in the background for all of your productivity needs. With that, it's hard to say that the Fold 7 has a strong edge over the Fold 6. But here's the thing, the Fold 7 heats up a lot faster as compared to the Fold 6. And just like the speakers, we suspect it has something to do with how thin this phone has become as compared to before. The important thing is the heat does not affect the gameplay or your productivity by any means. In terms of battery, not much has changed on paper. Both the Fold 7 and the Fold 6 pack a 4400 mAh battery, so it's the same. Charging speeds, well, they're the same too. Even though the chipsets are different, there's not really a change in terms of battery life as evidenced by our video loop benchmarks. Both the Fold 6 and Fold 7 are still relatively power hungry. And from our experience, even when you're not using the phone that often, you will find the battery slowly draining as the day passes. With that, if you've ever used the Fold 6 and you're planning to switch to the Fold 7, you won't really feel a difference in terms of battery life. Now we have to talk about the OS of the Fold 6 and the Fold 7. The Fold 7 runs on One UI 8, which is based on Android 16 out of the box. In comparison, the Fold 6 runs One UI 7, which is based on Android 15. There are a bunch of new features on One UI 8 on the Fold 7, which includes better integration of Gemini to name a few. However, One UI 8 will also be coming to the Fold 6, so these features will also be carried over in the near future, so nothing to write home too much about that. How do these two foldables compare overall? The Z Fold 7 builds upon what the Fold 6 has laid out, but as we expected from a newer model, it does offer better performance, new cameras, and a new UI. But best of all, it improves the iconic foldable design by making it a lot thinner than ever before. All of those new features come at a price though. The Galaxy Z Fold 7 starts at 112,990,000 pesos for the base 12 plus 256GB variant, while the 12 plus 512GB variant retails for 120,990 pesos. As for the 16 plus 1TB variant, that one retails for 141,990 pesos. Now in comparison, the Z Fold 6 started at just 105,990 pesos for the 12 plus 256GB variant. If you plan to upgrade from the Fold 6, you can take advantage of Samsung's trade-in promos and other deals to get the Fold 7 for cheaper, but still, you will be coughing up 5 digits worth of money. Honestly, if you don't mind the new camera and the thinner design of the Fold 7, the Fold 6 is still a powerful and capable phone. With that said, upgrading might not be exactly necessary for you, especially if you want to save a bit. But if you want the latest and one of the best foldables on the market, who are we to stop you from buying the new Galaxy Z Fold 7? So, are you upgrading to the Galaxy Z Fold 7? Or sticking to your Galaxy Z Fold 6 for now? Whatever the case, share your thoughts in the comments below. And of course, if you enjoyed this video, please do drop a like and subscribe to watch more. Don't forget to follow us on our social media platforms at Facebook, Instagram, X, and TikTok. And of course, visit yugatech.com for the latest tech news and reviews. Once again, this has been Jose. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.